There's a war going on, quiet, subtle, and mostly invisible. You won't see it on the news. No one is screaming in the streets. But deep in society's structure, there's a rebellion happening. And it's not led by crowds, but by individuals. These individuals don't carry flags or form protests. They simply walk away. They reject the noise. They refuse to conform. They are Sigma males. They don't rebel with fire. They rebel with silence. But why? What is it about society that pushes Sigma males away? Why do they seem to operate outside the system, yet somehow always stay ahead of it? In this video, we're peeling back the layers of modern society and showing you how Sigma males are quietly redefining masculinity, success, and power, all without following the rules. Let's dive into the silent rebellion of the Sigma male, the myth of the ideal man. From the moment a boy is born, he's given a script. Be strong, be dominant, climb the ladder, own the room, compete, win, conquer. Society has a checklist for what makes a man valuable. Alpha traits dominate that list: leadership, aggression, loud confidence, social dominance. But Sigma males tear that list in half. They don't compete to impress others. They don't crave attention. They don't lead by shouting. They lead by moving in silence. They don't try to fit in. They're more focused on finding their own lane and staying in it. And this single decision to walk their own path is what makes them dangerous to the system. Society thrives on predictability. The Sigma male thrives on unpredictability. That's the first crack in the foundation. Why society fears the lone wolf. In any system built on hierarchy, there's an unspoken rule. Know your place. Alphas sit at the top, betas follow them, and the rest fall into line. But Sigmas? They're off the grid. They don't participate in the hierarchy. They ignore it completely. This is deeply threatening to the system. Why? Because the hierarchy needs your attention. It needs you to care about rank, approval, and validation. But Sigmas don't play that game. They don't seek praise. They don't ask for permission. They don't obey trends. Instead, they quietly pursue mastery. They build without noise. They succeed without applause. And because they don't need the system, they can't be controlled by it. That's power. And that's why society quietly fears the Sigma male, the rebellion against noise. In today's world, distraction is currency. Every app, every scroll, every post, it's all designed to steal your focus. Most people are trapped in a loop of validation, posting to get likes, speaking to be heard, showing off to feel relevant. But Sigma males move differently. They value solitude over spotlight, focus over fame, discipline over distraction. This makes them rebels in a society addicted to attention. They're not trying to be influencers. They're influencing by not trying. The Sigma's refusal to participate in the noise is one of his greatest weapons. While others chase attention, he chases silence. And in that silence, he finds clarity and control. Detachment, the weapon of the Sigma. Society teaches men to chase women, chase money, chase status, chase validation. The Sigma male doesn't chase, he attracts. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment. Sigmas are deeply rooted in purpose, and that quiet confidence draws people in. But the key to their power isn't attraction, it's detachment. They don't attach their worth to relationships, jobs, or material things. They're prepared to walk away from anything that threatens their peace. That's rare. That's powerful. That's rebellion. And society can't control a man who's willing to walk away from everything. The modern masculinity crisis. There's a reason Sigma males are rising. Modern masculinity is in chaos. Men are either told to be hyper-aggressive or completely passive. There's no in-between. Sigmas reject both extremes. They're calm but powerful, assertive but quiet, strong but deeply introspective. They don't need to scream masculinity, they live it. And that quiet, centered strength is starting to wake others up. More and more men are beginning to realize the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more men who know themselves deeply and act with purpose. That's the silent rebellion the Sigma is leading. Independent thinking versus groupthink. Society pushes conformity. From schools to media to workplaces, You're expected to think like the group, but Sigma males are wired to question everything. They don't accept truths blindly. They dig deeper. They ask why. They challenge tradition. This makes them dangerous to institutions that thrive on obedience. Whether it's politics, corporate structures, or social norms, Sigmas refuse to be mentally colonized. They're not rebels just for the sake of it. They simply demand truth, and they're not afraid to walk alone in search of it. This independent mindset is what separates a Sigma from the herd. Freedom over everything. Ask a Sigma what he values most, and he'll likely say one word: freedom. Not just physical freedom, but mental, emotional, spiritual. He wants to choose his own path, think his own thoughts, build his own life. He doesn't want to be caged by expectations, relationships, or careers that don't align with his values. He's willing to be misunderstood, misjudged, even disliked, because to him, authenticity is worth more than approval. That mindset is a direct rebellion against a world that tries to mold you into a product. Sigma males don't want to be products. They want to be creators. And they are. Of their lives, of their values, of their legacy, the silent impact. Here's the paradox. Sigma males rarely seek influence, yet their influence runs deep. They're the writers, coders, strategists, thinkers, and artists behind powerful movements. They're not loud, but their impact echoes. Their silence is not absence, it's precision, it's control, it's strength. People feel their presence, even if they don't understand it. And that mystery, that calm intensity, is often more influential than 1,000 loud voices. That's the true rebellion. Power without performance. Relationships on their terms. In a world where men are often measured by their social status or romantic conquests, the Sigma male plays a different game. He doesn't chase women. He doesn't need to. His self-respect, focus, and calm presence naturally attract those who are truly aligned with him. But he's selective. Not out of arrogance, but clarity. He doesn't want drama, games, or superficial connections. He wants depth, authenticity, respect. And if he doesn't find that, he's completely at peace being alone. That terrifies people, because society has taught us to fear solitude. But the Sigma sees solitude as strength. And in relationships, that strength makes him immune to manipulation. He doesn't fear being alone. He fears being fake. Building in silence. While others seek validation, Sigma males are busy building. They don't announce their goals. They execute them. They don't post every move. They move in private. And while society is distracted by trends, Sigmas are mastering timeless skills. They understand the power of long-term thinking. They build habits, they build systems, they build themselves, and that quiet discipline compounds into extraordinary results. That's why you may not hear about a Sigma male until he's already won. And even then, he doesn't brag. He just keeps moving. That's the rebellion. Let your results do the talking. The cost of being Sigma. This path isn't easy. Being a Sigma means being misunderstood, misread, sometimes even disliked. It means saying no when others say yes, walking alone when the crowd moves together. It means sacrifice, solitude, inner battles. But what the Sigma gains in return is priceless: self-respect, freedom, peace, purpose. He may not be the loudest in the room, but he's often the one with the clearest vision. And that vision keeps him grounded, even when the world tries to shake him. The new alpha. Some argue that Sigma males are the new alphas. That in today's world, where attention is cheap and noise is constant, the Sigma's calm is the ultimate form of dominance. But the Sigma isn't trying to dominate. That's the point. He's not in competition with anyone. He just wants to live fully, think freely, and walk with integrity. And ironically, that very mindset is what gives him true influence. While others chase power, the Sigma becomes powerful by walking away from the game. And in doing so, he becomes the blueprint for a new kind of strength, one rooted in truth, not noise. Why this rebellion matters. In a world trying to shape men into products, Sigma males are shaping themselves into something far deeper: beings of purpose, focus, clarity. They don't reject society because they hate it. They reject it because they know there's something more. They see the emptiness in the chase for likes, fame, and approval, and they choose something real, something quiet, something eternal. That's the silent rebellion. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it's changing everything. And the world is finally starting to notice. If you recognize a part of yourself in this, you may already be part of the silent rebellion. You may already be a Sigma male. And if you are, embrace it fully. Walk your path with calm, power, and quiet purpose. Because in a world that follows noise, the ones who master silence shape the future. If this message resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and join our journey into the mind of the Sigma. There's more coming. Stay sharp.